In the Philippines, what is the penalty if a foreigner states innuendos, implying a Filipina is sleeping overnight with her boyfriend and insinuating she is having sex and will get paid? In the Philippines, making statements that imply a Filipina is engaging in sexual activity for money, especially if these statements are untrue and tend to cause dishonor, discredit, or contempt, can lead to serious legal consequences under defamation laws. This falls under either slander, oral defamation, or cyber libel, online defamation, depending on how the statements are made. Here's a breakdown of the relevant laws and penalties. Defamation laws in the Philippines. The Philippines' legal framework for defamation is primarily found in the Revised Penal Code, RPC, and the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012, Republic Act No. 10175. Slander, oral defamation, Articles 358 and 359 of the Revised Penal Code. Simple slander. If the innuendos are made verbally, the penalty can range from arresto menor, 1 day to 30 days imprisonment, or a fine not exceeding PHP $40,000, or both, depending on the gravity. Serious slander. If the innuendos are of a serious and insulting nature, which implying a woman is a prostitute certainly could be, higher penalties apply, potentially arresto menor, 1 month and 1 day to 6 months imprisonment, or a fine. Slander by deed, Article 359. While less common for purely verbal innuendos, if actions accompany the statements that dishonor or discredit someone in public, this could also apply. Libel, written or similar means. Articles 353 and 355 of the Revised Penal Code. If the innuendos are made in writing, printing, or by similar means, e.g., signs, pictures, it's considered libel. The elements of libel include an imputation of a crime, vice, defect, or any act, omission, tending to cause dishonor, discredit, or contempt. Publication of the imputation, communicated to a third person. Identifiability of the person defamed. Malice, presumed in most cases unless it's a privileged communication. The penalty for traditional libel is prison correctional in its minimum and medium periods, imprisonment from 6 months and 1 day to 4 years and 2 months, or a fine ranging from PHP 40,000 to PHP 200,000, or both. Cyber libel, online defamation, Section 4C4 of Republic Act No. 10175. If the innuendos are made online, e.g., social media posts, comments, emails, forums, it falls under cyber libel. The elements are generally the same as traditional libel, but committed through a computer system or any other similar means, which may be devised in the future. Crucially, cyber libel carries a penalty 1 degree higher than traditional libel. This means the penalty for cyber libel is prison menor in its minimum to medium periods, translating to 6 years and 1 day to 8 years of imprisonment, plus a fine at the court's discretion. Implications for a foreigner. Subject to Philippine laws, foreign nationals who commit acts within Philippine territory or whose acts affect individuals within the Philippines are subject to Philippine laws, including those on defamation. Same penalties. Foreign nationals convicted of cyber libel or slander are subject to the same penalties as Filipino citizens. Deportation. In addition to criminal penalties, a foreign national convicted of such an offense may face deportation upon completion of their sentence, as determined by the Bureau of Immigration. Jurisdiction. Cyber libel cases are typically filed in the regional trial court where the defamatory content was accessed. If the foreigner resides in a different country, extradition treaties or mutual legal assistance agreements might come into play. Hold departure order. Foreigners involved in legal proceedings may face hold departure orders, restricting their ability to leave the country while the case is ongoing. Legal representation. It is imperative for a foreign defendant to secure competent local legal counsel well-versed in cybercrime and Philippine procedural laws. Key considerations. Truth as a defense. While truth can be a defense, it must be coupled with good motives and justifiable ends for the publication or utterance. Simply proving the statement is true is often not enough to escape liability. Malice. Malice is generally presumed in defamatory statements unless it's a privileged communication. The burden of proof shifts to the defendant to prove the absence of malice. Evidence. Preserving digital evidence, screenshots, records of statements, is crucial for the complainant. Amicable settlement. Mediation and amicable settlement are often encouraged in the Philippine justice system as a less adversarial and potentially faster route to resolve disputes. This could involve an apology, retraction, or monetary damages. Disclaimer. This information is for general informational purposes only and does not constitute legal advice. If such a situation arises, it is crucial to consult with a qualified lawyer in the Philippines who can provide specific advice based on the facts of the case.